buy you ice cream.
Life is hard. Always having to make, always have to making decisions on your own. Good, bad. Sometimes if you make the wrong one, it'll come back to haunt you in the future. People are all full of surprises. Throughout generations, people ask, "Are you going to high school? Are you going to college? What are you going to do after high school?" But if you really think about it, they expect you to say, "Of course I'm going to college. Like, why wouldn't I?" But because if you don't, like, you're gonna get hit with the chancla. So, especially me, because I was born into a Mexican family, and if I didn't come here, they would have thought like I was ungrateful because my parents didn't have the opportunity to go to college because they're poor, not poor, but they didn't have enough money to like have their advantage. The real question should be: are you happy with the decision you made after high school? Well, college isn't for everyone, and that's okay. First, I'll be talking about why I chose Cerritos, then how I got into my major, and finally how I changed the world with my smarts. I always knew I wasn't going to a community college. Cerritos. Why Cerritos though? Honestly, I wasn't even planning to come here. I was gonna go to ELAC, the one in East LA, because that's where I'm kind of raised from. But I was always coming to school over here in Norwalk, and I didn't find like LA interesting. Like all I found was like drugs and like other stuff. And so I got so used to coming to Norwalk every day, like it was no big deal. And I went to Norwalk High, so they were like offering, oh, like Cerritos gonna give you like free tuition, and they were like all promising all this. And I was like, oh, that's not bad. And my parents were like, no, you should go to ELAC, like you're closer over there, you're only gonna take like one bus. And I was just basically lazy to go to ELAC to fill out paperwork, so I came here. According to my sister, Denise Ramirez, on September 30th, higher education is important because college allows us to expand our knowledge and get a higher form of learning and not just the basic situations that we learn every day. So I got accepted to Fullerton and Long Beach. Before all of you start like, right? Those are really good schools, I know. I'm shocked I even got accepted. But they're much further from where I live. I would have had to take 3 buses. Yeah, so I would take 3 buses from East LA to all the way to Fullerton or Long Beach. And I already spent $300 just coming to Cerritos just for one semester. Now if I went to Fullerton for one semester, it would be $700. Oh, $770. So this is the right why I'm here. But speaking of my major, kind of. I'm pursuing here in Cerritos is nursing. My main goal is to become a surgical nurse, like so an OR nurse. In the beginning, I didn't know what to do. I was like lost in my own little world. But people used to like suggest me, oh, I should be athletic trainer, or something to do with sports because I'm in love with sports. Like any sport you name, like I'll be there. And I didn't really like find that, like you gotta have like a lot of connections. So I was like, no, that's not for me. And then I started watching Grey's Anatomy. And it did inspire me to like become a surgeon. I was like, oh, I want to do that. Like I want to be Meredith Grey. And yeah, so like it stuck to that. It stuck to the medical field. I was basically like athletic trainer is basically medical as well because you're curing like the athletes when they get injured. But yeah, so I wanted to be a Meredith Grey, right? But then I realized how much school I had to go through and all that learning, and you swear like I'm gonna learn all that. So I was like, well, something close to like my field. And someone once told me that like, oh, why don't you just become a surgical nurse? They're basically like in the OR as well, and you get to see all that action going on. Maybe you could even help the surgeon, and it's not that much as school as like an actual surgeon will do. So I was like, oh, that sounds right. Like that sounds like me. So that's why I'm pursuing in my major. It's also to help people. Alright, so I'm gonna change the world with my superpowers, right? So with the knowledge I'm gonna learn when I become a surgical nurse, it's like I'm gonna cure people. So like they're not gonna die, right? and and so like with that, like I'm hoping to change the world by like, you know, one day, like maybe your parents or your like family members or someone you care about end up in the hospital and they need surgery. Like what if? There's always a what if, right? Sorry. One day like I could change that into them not dying. Sorry, it's the worst way to speak it. But I could change. They could have another Christmas, another birthday, another second chance in life, basically. And that's why I really like hope when I become a surgical nurse, like I could change all that. Like they always say doctors don't know what they're doing, and I agree. Like sometimes they don't like. But I feel like once I become a surgical nurse, like all that would change. Like doctors will like, oh yeah, they need this, they need that, and I'll be willing to help them. First, I'll talk about. Oh, first,